Welcome back to TYTSports. Francis Maxwell here. So an interesting piece of news. Sir Alex Ferguson has hosted a UEFA Elite Club Coaches Forum in Nyon, attended by just guys like Arsene Wenger, Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, Ancelotti, all the biggest names in the game. And interestingly enough, it's not just to talk about how good they are as managers, it's to talk about a very, very controversial decision that could be made considering the problem of diving in sports. So, Alex Ferguson himself is a hater of diving. He's always talked about it. Funny enough, even though he's had players on his Manchester United team who have been the worst for diving, but he has very firmly spoken of his detest for this and has tried to include a sin bin for this particular role. He wants to bring in a sin bin to players who are caught diving, something that's been involved in rugby and hockey, where players sit out for a certain period of time where their team goes down to 10 men or 9, however it happens, whilst the team plays on, and then can come back in. So he said this: we couldn't get to an agreement about it because it's such a controversial decision to change from what we know to a sin bin, but there was a good decision about it. From UEFA's point of view, it's something they're looking at. It has some merits. In particular, simulation by a player, which has become a disease within the game. So, especially in the World Cup, there was tons of situations. Robin always at the headlines for his diving. But Bleacher Report has actually released a statement concerning this and actually posed the question to the fans: should a sin bin be introduced to football? A whopping 78.9% said yes, and 21.1% said no. As always, providing my view on this matter, I think it's a great decision. I hate diving in the game. As much as I did come out and say articles like in the Marquez and Robin situation, where players should not be diving in to players in the box, which is more of a defending issue than it is like worrying about diving. You shouldn't be diving in the box anyway, because you can give a penalty if you happen to make contact. And in that situation, I felt that contact was made. But diving all over the field has plagued the game, and I think this could definitely make players think twice about whether they're going to go down so easy if they happen to go out and reduce their players to 10 men. And obviously, it will cause problems for the team himself. And I think that if they started to introduce this maybe in the next few years, before the next European Championships in 2016, it would be interesting to see how the numbers change of cautions for diving, because I think a yellow card for this is just slightly... It doesn't do as much, because most of these players, they get booked for diving, and yes, they won't think about it again, but the next game they'll go back and do it again, see if they can get away with it, because risking a yellow card might be worth getting a penalty for your team. So that's the problem that we face in this situation. So I would like to see this introduced, maybe on a trial circumstance, to see how it works out in games. But it's very interesting, and with such a prime name like Sir Alex Ferguson leading this campaign, I could definitely see it going somewhere. So stay tuned as we bring you more on that story. We want to know your views. What do you think? Leave your comments, tweet me at Francis_Maxwell and at TYTSports to tell us whether you think a sin bin should be included in football for the future. Actually, we will include a poll. I just made a decision right there at this moment in time. We will include a poll on our website, TYTsportsonline.com. You vote yes or no, and we'll bring you the results in our next segment. Thank you again.